then you paint it yellow. Oh, sorry about that. Yep. So this vlog is racing, but not like our normal racing. Yep, we've got another track day, and this time our car looks very different.
I want the power, but I want the love and respect first on top of this tower. I'm just checking on my network. I come for what's ours. You just only want to check first. I come for what's ours. Unless I come for your neck first. I want the power.
So we got to the track, and as you can see, it was very foggy. We knew on the journey there that the fog was going to probably cause a problem. We got there and set up ready for the meeting, but we fully expected a delay in the proceedings. I still want them. Love them.
Definitely.
Let's go to Felicia Estate. That's somewhat different. Very Euro. Guys that we booked on with Trackday Solutions. So we've got a current fog rest at the moment. Can't go out because of the fog, which is pretty bad and is actually getting worse. So yeah, we're here and set up. We've got the race wheels on there now. This is the new look. So overall, obviously carbon wrap to cover a lot of the shitty yellow paint up. Sponsors, as always, are on here, but we've got side skirts, a lot lower than they were. Arches, two reasons. The arches were a bit dodgy, so we've rubbed them down and put them on. Plus, it allows us to put bigger wheels on. We've redone the front splitter to have it actually flat. That was a bugbear of ours. Plus, we've got more aero there. Bonnet vents, they are there for a reason. Obviously, we've got the ducts. I think they're a bit OTT, but they do get air to the brakes, which the brakes. We've had refurbed calipers and drilled and grooved discs. We've got a Highland cow. Obviously, that always helps. Again, same at the rear. Spoiler, which I wanted to go big and stupid. Cara toned it down. I've gone like that, and Cara thinks it needs to be bigger, so let's see. Air on back to let air through. Back bumpers. Still need to do that bottom bit. That bottom bit's doing nothing. And that's about it. So obviously I've swapped the tyres for the race wheels, but at the moment we're just at a standstill because it's dead foggy. But that's where we are with the car. Cara will be going out for a couple of laps, but she's feeling sorry for herself right now. So as always, we've got the sponsors as always on. So we've got Betty's Surf, we've got M-Tech brakes, which are the brakes that's on it. Milwaukee because they help us out. Power Max because obviously we are Power Max. Liquid Molly help us out all the time. Power Max again. Betty's Surf again. Cooper's because he's always helped us out. Northern Monkey Tuning, Power Max again. All sponsors that help us. Then on the bottom we've got a GME there, FAI, because that's just pushing it at work. But these are all people that have literally helped us with sponsorship for probably more the stock carts than this, but we like to show them off on both. See there? So we've been here since 9, it's now nearly 12, and this is the current state of the track. So you can understand why. So there's someone stands in there, and from there you can't even see the first corner yet. So if you can't see the first corner, and that one is the last corner, and they're just going to come out of nowhere in it, you can see why. And then over there is the rest of the track. So 12 o'clock, the sun's trying. It has got better, but it's not looking good. The trouble is we're in the middle of nowhere here, surrounded by nothing but fields. So this is going to be one of the last places to clear up, I would have thought. So we might have just paid quite a bit of money and done his car to have dinner in the cafe. What's that, Cal? That is correct. Morning, Motorsport, it can be dangerous. So we've just had dinner at the Track Cafe. We've come out and it's cleared a little bit. You can see the whole track, so we might be going out soon. To be fair to Paul at Trackday Solutions and the track, they're trying everything they can. Obviously you've still just got to be cautious, but as soon as we can get out, they will. And this is the joys of the British weather. Obviously it's no fault of anyone else, and to be fair, everyone seems really chilled and relaxed about the fact that it's happened, which you've got to be. There's nothing else you can do. So after the waiting, the fog is still here, but the moment is on. Time to get strapped up and ready.
Yeah, that was Kara. That was doing specific like a girl Kara. Go on.
Six or 7 laps in, so we have to have a rest because of the brakes. So we came back, we had a spin because we'd put the wrong tyre pressures in, I'm not going to lie, and I also noticed we'd actually got the rears the wrong way around, which is never going to help. So we came back, checked the tyre pressures, changed the wheels, a lot more settled. Then we did some more laps, came off due to a yellow for someone breaking down, and when we pulled up we saw the engine was smoking white smoke. Temperature gauge says it were absolutely fine, it were running alright, so I'm not quite sure, although I've just taken the top off and found absolutely loads of soundproof fluff all over, so I've just cleared all that out. But the coolant is where it needs to be, the temperature gauge were where it needed to be, so we'll take it out for another run, see how it goes. Not going to get giddy, don't want to blow it up just for a few days, so I'll probably take our Chloe out for a couple of laps now. Just take it a little bit steadier, go around in circles and see what temperature does. Really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can just hear the rubbing from the arches. So it took a little bit of getting used to this. These 2 laps are fairly steady as Chloe was in, and we were just trying to get to the bottom of the steam, let's say. But we did have to start from scratch a little bit compared to last time, mainly due to the power difference to what we had last time, various changes we'd made. The car did actually handle and run differently to what we were used to. Again, not the perfect lines that we'd normally run, but we just wanted to get a couple of laps under after we'd cleaned it all out and checked it all over, just to double check that the car wasn't anything serious. now got blue skies. A lot different to what it was, that's for certain. Just had another couple of laps. Again, just getting a little bit warm, but not reading on temperature gauge. So I don't know if we've got some kind of small leak under the engine, or whether we just maybe need to go for a slightly bigger intercooler. We are still running the standard intercooler, just with lots of gaps in front of it. If anyone knows that a remapped, tuned up, slightly better Ibiza on a track must have a bigger intercooler, please let me know. Obviously I know a lot of people always go down that route, but the idea behind this has been to try and do it on the cheap, to see if track cars can be done on the cheap. Ready for off car? Normal wheels back on. See, it's about 4:30. That's us done. We did manage about 18 laps, which is alright. We're just getting a little bit of white puffy smoke from what looks like a little oil leak. Don't know if it's from the turbo or out like that. The turbo is a bit of an old girl, I should imagine. It's not had one while I've been on, so a little bit of an oil leak dropping onto exhaust, I think, that's causing a bit of white smoke. The engine itself is running alright, it's not overheating. Still pulling well, so I think that's what it is, but we do it for fun, so there's no point wrecking anything. We'll get it back home, we'll get a good strip down. Well, I say strip down, I'll clean everything up, make sure there's no residue that's just doing it, and then send it somewhere that knows what they're on about, probably. Thanks for this day today though, Trackday Solutions. Wouldn't believe it, would you? This is why we can't moan in England. Alright moaning about it this morning, but then all of a sudden look at weather now. Red hot it is, so love life. So even though it didn't go quite to plan, we enjoyed this track day. Obviously, as you can tell, there were a bit of a delay due to fog. Just didn't seem to want to lift. We started at 1 o'clock, which is better than a lot of the track days in the country. I know some at Donington and something up in Scotland was certainly cancelled. But Paul at Trackday Solutions and the team at Blyton Park did their best to get it on and going. So thank you to them. For us personally, the track day was enjoyable. Yet again, we got about 18-20 laps. I mean, obviously we really enjoy track days. We're big into motorsport, as you can tell, and a lot of the motorsports, as we've said before, like the bigger ones, the stock cars, the F2s and stuff like that, they're all quite expensive. We do a track day for about 150 quid. To rent a stock car these days is about £1,000, so you can see we can do quite a few track days and enjoy ourselves without the expenditure. The biggest problem we do is we put ourselves under too much pressure. When I stock car race even, I put a lot of pressure on myself to get the results. It's hard for me, even when I'm saying I'm going there to enjoy it, to just go and enjoy it. I want good results, I want to race well, I don't want damage. So I put myself under a lot of pressure. So that's why the track days really do tick a box. It's hitting the nail on the head when it comes to motorsport without necessarily putting myself under pressure. But what's next for us? So this old girl, she performed pretty well and went down a treat with her new look, which is a lot more aggressive, a lot more track style, a lot easier because this is what we use it for now. But we are in a bit of a conundrum now, so she pulled a lot better. She did really well, but there is overheating issues. I say overheating issues, the temperature gauge registers normal, but there were a bit of steam coming up, so we think we've got some kind of leakage in there. If we want to carry on doing track days, we are going to have to do some changes to this. That's where it causes us problems. We did this as a budget track car. Ideally, we need an intercooler kit. We need some brake pads. We've got drilled and groove discs already. We need brake pads. And we possibly need coilovers. Now, if we get them three things, this year will be an absolute beast and a good laugh. And it still won't be an expensive track car, but it does sort of lose the budget side of it. Don't want to take the shine or the money away from stock carts, because that is our main thing that we want to do, and we will continue to do stock carts. Over racing is what we've always wanted to do. It's been in family for years, that's what we want to do. So, bit of a conundrum now. As it is, it gets a bit warm, and we can't really go for too many laps on a track, which is not what we want. We want to go to some different tracks, that's for certain. I'd love to do some different tracks. Love to do a Donny, love to do a Cadwell. Definitely want to tick them off, but to do them, we could probably do with upgrading it a little bit, and that's where it's no longer budget. It's semi-budget, I suppose. Compared to some of the cars in there, it's cheaper if we do all that than it would have been just to buy a Clio Sport, for example. But it's sort of going away from what we want, so we are stuck knowing whether we want to go down that route or not. But there is no denying, guys. Again, thank you to Trackday Solutions and Paul. If you want to do a track day, they are a lot of fun, especially if you're a motorsport fan, and they're not as expensive as people think. If you don't go for the first one that's there, most expensive car that's there, you can do it fairly cheap. Like I said, us going on a track day is cheaper than doing a stock car meet, and our stock carts meets aren't expensive at all themselves. They're a lot cheaper than a lot of others, so overall not too bad at all. Thanks for watching anyway, guys. We'll let you know what we're going to do next.
TR Outcome Race about the following. Main sponsors Betty's Surf, Northern Wood Tuning, Liquid Molly, Auto Tech in Barnsley, Power Max, and GME and Coopers.